Hello, good evening, hi, welcome.
Who's
Uh,
ready to talk about books tonight?
Me? How about
Yeah,
you?
I am. I'm here for it.
Very good. Hello, chat. Hi, everybody. Hope everyone is well. Existential Gamer, how was your day today?
Kind of cold and shitty, to be honest. It's very chilly and
Oh
rainy and
no.
gray. So my
What?
mood was kind of blah. I was just like blah. Kind of felt like a Monday today.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I do have a 4-day weekend coming up.
Oh, why?
Just because.
Just because.
Just
Like,
because.
did you take a day off deliberately, kind of thing?
Yeah, I took Monday and or Friday and Monday off.
Oh, how nice.
Yes, I needed it because I haven't
Mm-hmm.
actually taken a day off in a while. So I'm like, I'm the kind of person that I like long weekends more than
Mm-hmm.
straight weeks. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, I've today was really slow and quiet for me. I was very bored today. I had nothing to do.
Yeah.
Um, and then I'm dog sitting right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I have something sad to share. Well, sad for me. My parents sold my childhood home today.
Yeah.
I'm really sad about it, but
That is,
they want to downsize, so which I understand. It's just the two of them, and it's way too much house for two people. But
yeah, but it's like the end of an era.
hmm
Yep.
yeah, so I'm really sad.
I'm sorry.
Ugh, yeah, but then that means I'm gonna have to help them move. I mean,
Oh,
I'm sure
that
I don't have to, but
I'm extra sorry about that.
ugh,
I know.
yeah,
Helping people move is the worst, but you know, you do
yeah,
it because when you need it,
yes,
you
exactly,
want people to help you.
exactly. Yeah, so that's going on in my life. Womp womp. And then I'm dog
Mm.
sitting, and yeah, that's it. So I really got nothing else to share, so we could get going.
Let's get into the drums.
Let's get into the drum. Okay, so this is from the Rolling Stone. BookTok has a Trump problem. Also, hello, chat. Hi, Capricorn and Rachel, and Enlightened Female. Hello, hello. Hello,
Yeah.
anybody lurking. Hello, welcome. So yeah, let's look at this. So following the 2024 presidential election, TikTok's book community can't agree where it stands on politics, and it's tearing For You pages apart.
Oh no.
I have a friend who is very much a part of Bookstagram. She
Yeah.
has a book account and she gets books early released from publishers and like she's very in that world. And so I asked her about this because I was like, I want the inside scoop from someone I know.
Yeah.
And she told me that it is actually pretty crazy. She's Canadian as well, like she lives in my city. Um, and she said it's crazy watching all of the Booksta and Book Talk girlies fighting about Donald Trump.
Oh my
So,
God.
yeah,
Let's see
interesting.
what how it manifests.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'd think, okay, so you'd think I know that books can be political and all that, but
Yeah, of
generally
course.
speaking, like it's books, right? It's a
Right.
hobby.
Well,
Most of
and
these,
the
hmm?
Bookstagram, like the in the Book Talk gals, they're like it's the romantasy
Right,
stuff, which
romantasy.
is like
Right.
that's what they're all reading the same ones, and
Yeah.
it's all like the
It's all like
romantasy stuff.
the fourth wing and shit, you
Yeah,
know. So I'm curious to see how Trump like even like
yeah.
comes up, you
Like
know.
these two things have nothing, seemingly nothing in common, but I guess we'll find out
Well,
otherwise.
yeah. I mean, unless we've got, book talkers coming on here being like, "Yay, Trump. I
Yeah,
love Trump."
maybe. Well, let's
Yeah.
find out.
All right. You know, I love me some internet drama.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, let's see here. I know nothing about what's going on BookTok, so I'm curious about this. I only know about the sort of memification of the whole. I only read the dialogues and not the paragraphs. No, that's totally true. I asked my friend about this too, and she said that yeah, like that is very common that the some of the biggest, most like thousands and thousands of follower internet book accounts, they genuinely only read the dialogue.
I
They
have
don't actually
never
read the text.
what I've never heard this before, and I do writing as like a hobby,
Yeah.
and I'm always worried I have too much dialogue and not enough paragraphs.
Yeah, they don't read the actual books. They only read the dialogue.
Maybe I shouldn't be so worried about it.
Right? It's
I'm like,
crazy.
am I world building enough? Am I describing things enough?
Book
Or am I
Talk
just,
doesn't care.
I guess not. Wow, I should write the next bestseller then. Just
Mm-hmm.
like have it be a fucking screenplay or something because that's not what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's crazy. And also, then I feel bad for these authors. Like, they pour their heart and souls into their books, and people aren't actually reading the books. They're only reading where they can
Hmm.
find quotation marks.
Yeah. I mean,
Whoa.
on the one hand, it's cool that they like the characters and the character voices that
Mm.
much, but on the other hand, you've just got like people floating in a gray room, you know,
Yeah.
talking to each other. Like you have no idea what the setting is or like what the plot is. That's weird.
Yeah, so weird. All right, let's find out about Book Talk. So, BookTok, TikTok's book community, is a side of the video app that revels in the far reaches of what the reading world can offer. There's a section for everyone:
Mhm.
comedy, lit fit, science fiction, celebrity memoir, body horror, smutty fantasy, sports romances, and even sexy stories about women falling in lust with inanimate objects or anthropomorphic creatures. Sorry,
Yeah.
what?
I the inanimate objects, that's new to me, but the
Me
anthropomorphic
too.
creatures, I believe they're called monster fuckers and they're out there.
Yeah, I have heard of those for sure. But the
Yeah.
inanimate object thing,
Yeah,
I
that's
watched
what
a
they're weird.
documentary once about women, and it was only women, who call themselves objectum sexuals, and they're
Uh,
attracted to inanimate objects. And one of them was into the Eiffel Tower.
oh, yes, I've seen that before.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, she straddled a bar of the Eiffel Tower with no underpants
Um,
on. Oh boy.
lovely.
But another, there's two, like, I hate to laugh at people who are obviously like going through something, but there was another two women who were fighting over the Berlin Wall. Like,
That's actually really funny.
and they like hated each other because they were both in love with the Berlin Wall.
Who will the Berlin Wall choose?
Maybe Book Talk will tell us.
Yeah, write a book about it. All you
Oh,
aspiring book talk authors out there.
oh my god, I just met another part in this documentary. Another woman was really into the like Arabian Nights carnival ride.
Like at Disney?
Well,
Wait,
like
where is it?
it's in many different theme parks. Like it's just like your standard like there's a row of seats and it like swivels around,
Oh.
but it's like at tons of different like carnivals and theme parks. But and it didn't necessarily matter which one it was. It was just the concept of the ride, I suppose. But there's a scene in the documentary where she is in an abandoned theme park lying underneath one of these carnival rides,
Uh,
reaching up to touch the like grease and then rubbing it all over her face and saying, "I want your fluids."
oh my god.
It's crazy. Oh my god. I should try to find it and
Wow.
post it in my community page one day because it was fucking nuts.
Every time you might think that you're not quite normal, just remember
Yeah.
people out there like that
Yes.
exist.
Yep.
You're
Anyway,
probably fine.
that's the inanimate objects, I suppose.
Yeah, but I didn't
Oh,
realize. So I thought that was like such a niche thing that there is a whole book genre about inanimate objects
maybe there's one about the freaking Arabian Nights carnival ride.
or the Eiffel Tower.
Mm-hmm.
I bet there's one about the Eiffel Tower.
There has to be.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
What if there's one about like the pyramids in Egypt?
It's like a, oh god, like a gangbang. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. I
Oh
mean, it's
my
big
god.
enough, right?
Yes. There's three of them. Oh, have mercy.
Do you think the Sphinx would be too anthropomorphic for these people?
I don't
Like it
know.
just kills their buzz. Like they're just like, nah, nah,
Oh
too
man.
humanoid.
Oh man. God. All right, let's find out. So, but following the results of the 2024 presidential election, one of the trending topics on BookTok wasn't a discussion of a new release, but Donald Trump's win over Vice President Kamala Harris, and how its presence in every corner of the community is making people pick sides some weren't aware existed in the first place. I'm
Hmm.
sorry, what? Coronavirus romance meme books?
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
I did not.
Yeah, I don't know any details, but I heard that they were a thing. Like
Oh boy.
books set in the pandemic and people wore masks and
Stop.
yeah, yeah. That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That is funny. Capricorn, where are you from?
Yeah,
Because, yeah,
right.
it's so
Come
funny.
on. There's freaks everywhere though.
Yeah.
Make
I
it make
cannot
it
imagine somebody on Book Talk, like, arguing about who won the presidency of Iceland or something. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, is she talking about the Trump thing? I thought she was talking about the weird things.
oh, okay, well, probably both, honestly. Probably
Yeah,
both.
that's the Trump stuff. I mean, maybe, but there were foreign like YouTubers talking about it too, because
Hmm.
you know he has a ripple effect that could fuck over all kinds of countries. So,
The coronavirus itself, like the virus itself, was the love
oh
interest.
my God.
What the
Okay,
actual?
how do you make love to a virus?
Oh, well,
How does
before
that?
the Eiffel Tower.
But at least that's an object, like a thing. You could
Oh,
like rub yourself on it. But how do you do that with a virus?
the woman in the documentary sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay.
Anyway.
Since early 2020, when BookTok began to rapidly impact publishing, content created by online readers has often delved, at least tangentially, into politics. One of BookTok's early hits, Casey McQuiston's Red, White, and Royal Blue, I've heard of that one, was heralded by BookTok creators for the escapist and left-wing politics it romanticized during the first Trump administration. Later hits, like Song of Achilles or The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, often focused on queer or sex positive storylines. But following Trump's latest victory, several Book Talk creators have made specific videos both espousing their disappointment in Trump's win and recommending works for those who supported Harris. Now, a small but vocal cohort of book talkers say that it's time for the online group to do a reset, one that keeps politics far, far away.
Hmm.
Much of the argument seems to be in response to BookTokers encouraging Trump supporters and readers to unfollow them, to the ire of many mega supporting accounts. Others in
Okay.
the anti politics crowd noted that they read primarily fiction and fantasy works that focus on romance rather than allegorical plots, arguing these works don't involve politics and can be discussed among those that have differing political views. Everything in my book is fictional, all of it, fictional characters, said one author with 20,000 followers. So why are we bringing up the ugliness that is happening in the real world?
Hmm.
Book Talk creators who voted for Harris or were strongly against Trump began stitching these videos with their own rebuttals. Reading is political, books are political, being literate is political, replied Amanda, a creator with over 20,000 followers. I know politics can be exhausting for some, but for others, politics impacts their everyday life. It's a privilege and honor to be literate, and it should be a right. Can't agree or can't disagree with that.
Uh, yeah, but I don't know. I'll save my thoughts for later.
All right. Some posted examples of popular fictional books with clear political allegories or messaging, like The Lord of the Rings or The Hunger Games. Others took it a step further, creating unfollow documents that compiled lists of mega book talkers and authors, which devolved into an indistinguishable list of authors with Republican vibes, rather than
Yeah.
those with explicit right-wing statements. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of like banned lists and stuff. I feel like you should just
Yeah.
use your own judgment.
Mm-hmm. That was huge on Tumblr in the back in the day, like block and stay safe.
Yeah, I know. And it was weaponized against radfems too.
Mm.
So, like,
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
extremely.
Yeah, when other people start trying to make the decisions for you is when I have a
Yeah.
problem with it.
How do you sleep at night? Oh, I can't play it because it's not. It's an archive, not the actual website.
Oh, it's all right. I read the caption.
How do you sleep at night knowing you're the only girls on BookTok who are happy with the election outcome? Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, you're just kind of inviting trolls now.
Yeah. Andrea Pfeiffer first got involved in BookTok in March 2023 when she started posting about dark fantasy and romance to her 40,000 followers. In 2024, she began to notice the election taking up a sizable amount of the discussion in BookTok videos, something she tells Rolling Stone felt like unnecessary drama. Ooh, this is my favorite point. How are you supposed to make your own opinion if you're blocked from reading the opposite's opinions?
Right. Everything should be free to see
Mm-hmm.
or read.
Yeah,
And then-
you can't develop your thinking or challenge your way of thinking even if you're not reading material that or consuming
Right.
material that is different from what you're used to or what you think you believe, etc. Like,
Yeah. And applying huge social, even if it's online, like pressure on people to only consume the correct things, that's wrong too. But then again, I'm reading this Andrea quote like, if you don't like the ones that talk about politics, just don't watch them.
yeah.
Like if I just wanted a book talk channel that was only about the books it and nothing else, I wouldn't follow somebody who had like an editorializing type of script or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like who cares? Just follow people you actually jive with.
Yes. So everyone has their opinion, and that's the beauty of us living where we live, Pfeiffer says. I come here to just talk about books, about fairy smut.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy serious. We're doing this to escape reality, not bring our reality into
So
it.
when people do things like this, when they like speak out, like I'm not going to be political, I don't think politics belongs, blah 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 blah,
Mm-hmm.
it's like they're drawing attention. You should speak with your actions, right? If you don't want a
Yes.
political book talk channel and you only want to talk about fairy smut, you can just do
Then
that.
just talk about fairy smut.
You don't have to be like, I don't like how all of you other people are talking too much about politics,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
because that's
exactly. It's
that's
like
like,
the Barbara Streisand effect, right?
yeah, it is. And I only think that you like drama if you say stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
because you would just talk with your actions. Otherwise you'd have a non-political book channel.
Yeah, don't address it then.
Right, just keep doing what you're doing. And if you get people on your comments being like, how come you're not talking about blah blah blah, just ignore them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. So Pfeiffer declined to say who she voted for, but said she doesn't feel like reading is inherently political, one of the main points brought up by book talkers who either supported Harris or were strongly against Trump. She voted for Trump, like obviously.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Like, come
anybody who's
on.
like, oh, I'm gonna decline to say who I vote for, like obviously we know who that is,
Yeah.
because we know the sphere she frequents.
Um, I feel like it could be, depending on what you're reading, she says, but maybe if you're into nonfiction. But I feel like this election has made it not okay for people to have opinions or people to say things without somebody judging you. This is classic Trump voter.
It really is, yeah. And it's like she's persecuting herself before she even gets persecuted by anybody.
Yeah. Well, and even like not okay for people to have opinions or say things. You're having opinions and saying them. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
that's true. She's doing it right now.
Right.
Yeah,
Imagine being a serious journalist and having to write down the word fairy porn.
indeed.
Never thought I'd hear the words fairy smut and Trump supporter in the same sentence. For Jodi Picoult, the author of 29 books, including Mad Honey, Handle with Care, and My Sister's Keeper, politics has always gone hand in hand with writing novels about moral quandaries and familial sagas. She tells Rolling Stone that she hasn't been surprised with BookTok's recent debate over politics, since it's one she's been dealing with in her comment section since before the 2020 election. This is a discussion that's taken place for years. After 2020, I started getting more emails and comments from people who said, I read you to escape. I don't want to hear your agenda. Stick to writing books, not politics.
Mm.
And I've always answered the same way, Piku says. All art is political, including writing. I've been writing the same kinds of stories now for 30 years. Honestly, if you can read my books and think I haven't been political, I don't know which books you were reading, because my books are all extremely rooted in questions of morality and issues that follow the political spectrum. And I think that if you believe that books should not be political, what you're really saying is that books should not espouse a belief that you personally as a reader don't have. That is a very different thing.
Mm.
So Piku and Pfeiffer's views represent two major sides of BookTok's arguments surrounding politics. But if this debate sounds familiar, it's because it's just a repackaging of one of the community's longest running arguments. Since BookTok became a driving force in the publishing industry, one of the most referenced debates has been over anti intellectualism, a hostility or general pushback against theorizing, philosophizing, and celebrating a level of intelligence. Anti intellectualism, like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me. I,
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. I'm always seeing it everywhere.
Yes.
It's like my white whale.
Are books for escape or knowledge? Can a book be fun and poorly written? Can a book's quality ever actually be objective? If the biggest creators on BookTok continue to make the most wide reaching and sometimes poorly written books rise to the top, while not only pushing away nonfiction, classics, or deeper reads, but actively calling them useless, or in some cases elitist, can that still be considered a community that celebrates all kinds of readers? This is something I've noticed just because like I have a friend who is into like the Bookstagram, and so by virtue of like following her on social media, I inevitably get like that kind of stuff in my recommended page or whatever.
Yeah.
And I never like they mentioned the classics in here. I never ever see those accounts ever post like Pride and Prejudice or like
No.
Moby Dick or
No.
like it's all the latest romantasy. And that's
Yeah.
fine. Like people have their own tastes, but it's just interesting to me like this is talking about um that I never ever see no one's reading Frankenstein, like
Yeah.
very
It just
interesting.
doesn't get the clicks, and that's not what they
Yes.
like to read. I
Mhm.
think both things can be true. I think you can have great books that stand the test of time, and I also think you can have junky popcorn reads
Yeah, of
that
course.
you can like. There's it's not a one or another thing. And I mean, they used
Hmm.
to be called beach reads, right? You could just read it in a day on the beach. It didn't have to be that good, but it was entertaining.
Yes. Okay, what the heck? While reading the other day, I don't like the idea of women compromising themselves, but it's there because it takes place in the story, since the MC is a bone witch, which is a rarity. I have no idea what any the sentence
Oh, are
means.
they talking about a specific book? I'm kind of scrolling down to see if they mentioned a book.
Feel free to elaborate, Capricorn.
Yeah, are you talking about a specific story? Because oh, it's called The Bone Witch. Never mind. She already did say it's up a
Oh,
bit.
sorry, I missed it completely. Sorry. Where was that?
It's up a bit.
Oh, I'm currently reading The Bone Witch. Okay, the cover intrigued me. Okay. So, Regad Al Shahomi, a 22-year-old BookTok creator, tells Rolling Stone that these questions continue to shape the content people see, sometimes to a fault. I'm Arab and Muslim. Unless you're a part of a very specific demographic, which is from what I've seen, cis white women, you've kind of always associated politics with reading.
Not cis.
I know, I know. But Arab Muslim woman who like so many of the Arab Muslim countries limit women's education, so I can
Oh
see
yeah.
where she's coming from here.
Yeah.
I think people have been trying not to be political because people tend to immediately label you as pretentious. And in a community where it's supposed to be loving and open arms, safe space for everyone, that's the worst thing that you could get labeled as. So everyone's kind of been avoiding this conversation or even trying to baby people into reading diversely or engaging more critically.
Why does it have to be a open, loving
Yeah.
space? Like that's way too much emotional labor to ask of an author,
Yes.
don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Like if okay, I'm not a very good writer, right? But I enjoy doing it. But if I ever did publish anything, I I don't want to be involved in like that kind of space or anything
No.
like that. Like that sounds exhausting.
No
Like people can
thanks.
do it if they want to, but oh, you're supposed to be all loving, open arms, safe space for everyone. Like no, you can't do that. Like that's impossible. It's like trying to make everyone happy. You can't make everyone happy, right?
Yep. Yep. So what Al Shahomi is pointing to is TikTok's prioritization of vibe curation over meaningful change, something that has characterized BookTok since its inception. The online groups that make up BookTok are called a community because of the grassroots nature of their influence, but it's something the book group has used to its advantage in marketing, internal growth, and self policing. Many arguments or discussions are often shut down simply because they're considered unkind, judgy, or not in the undefined spirit of BookTok. Look, I'm a 58-year-old woman. I should not even have a TikTok account, but the reason I did it was because BookTok became a place where real, organic reader reviews were driving sales, Piku tells Rolling Stone. I thought that's a really interesting community and I'd like to connect with them. This public perception of a loving community is also why, even as authors have continued to join to try and promote their own works, BookTok has remained a primarily reader centric place. Sure, authors can interact, but it's the readers who decide the next big thing or next big target. This means that curating an aesthetic and vibe as a reader has become more important to building an audience than the literally nitty-gritty of your reading list. Telling your followers exactly why you're disappointed in Trump voters goes directly against this idea, and it's probably why so many Trump supporters felt so shocked to see the unfollow trains in the first place. Book Talk was supposed to be a big, happy family, one full of girl power and togetherness. So, where does it go from here?
See, that was your first mistake. Like,
Mm
why is it supposed to be a big? This is like very parasocial and weird
hmm.
to
Mm
me.
hmm.
Yeah. And it's putting too much of your own emotional well being in the hands of strangers, which I guess that would be parasocial.
Yes. But also, this is funny to me. Like, how you, even the most ardent of Trump supporters, like, you have to know that it's not popular in
Right.
liberal, creative
Right.
spaces.
The artist spaces are not,
Right.
they're famously very not conservative. So,
Right. So, like, how can you be shocked to encounter pushback when you're a freaking Trumper? I don't get it.
right. Right.
Oy. So
Yeah.
none of the authors or readers who spoke to Rolling Stone believe that the new year and incoming political administration will lessen Book Talk's debate over the place of politics. But left-wing readers on the app have maintained that the ongoing debate has only incentivized them to be even more explicit about reading, interaction with politics and power, and its impact on the real world. Al Shahomi notes this is especially important as incoming Republican lawmakers have said they will continue to support book bans in multiple states. And for writers like Piku, who have already baked their beliefs directly into their work, the next step is something that she's been doing since the very beginning, writing what she believes. Well, hi TLK. It's supposed to be entertainment. Yeah, but entertainment or media can be and is political all the time. So I don't know why book talk should be any different. Oh, this is good. Book talk trying to be a book club, but everyone isn't actually friends.
Yeah. But like, you don't have to be friends. I don't know. Maybe I'm too disconnected from other people, but like who I listen, like the videos I watch or the books I read or what I enjoy has really nothing to do. Like they don't know me, I don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
I like what I like, I don't like what I don't like, and that's it. It's not like you need to welcome me with open arms. We're a big family.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe you should get some real friends. I don't know.
Yep. Uh, okay. I can't think of any book set anywhere, not even a fantasy, honestly, that doesn't have something to say. In fact, fantasies and romances are some of the most political books out there, and they're technically not reality, Piku says. It's
Mm-hmm.
almost a facetious conversation because we all know art is political. That's not the question. The question is, why are some people refusing to accept that?
Yeah, and I would argue that if you read a book and you don't think it's political at all, it probably just aligns with your views.
Right.
Right. It
Right.
doesn't even register with you because nothing chafes in the cognitive dissonance arena
Hmm.
for you. Like, you know?
Yes. That's interesting. I thought I'd never read things ahead of time. I thought it would be a little bit more in depth about like
Yeah.
the Trump book talkers, but
Yeah, like what specifically are they saying or doing?
yeah, if it's just people who are being like, "Oh, we shouldn't be political on this app," like okay, I mean, we know what you're about, but yeah, I thought it might be a little bit more actually about those views.
Yeah.
Say Levy.
Oh well. Well, we were just talking about like anti-intellectualism and how nothing is
Hmm.
going too deep. You know, it's not that deep.
It's not that deep. Oops. Let's see here. In general, people struggle to read the room.
They do.
Yes. Ooh, that reminds me uh, something that happened to me today at work. How do I how do I do this? Today at work, so we have a very super conservative government in my province. Um, like nightmare level, like well, we call them maple magas because they're like Trump lights, but in Canada. Anyway, um, so we have a super conservative government here, and oh my god, I'm sorry. Enlightened Female just sent me in the DMs the cover of the Kissing the Coronavirus.
Oh
Oh
my
my god,
God.
you can go look at it. It's in the group
Yep.
chat.
Oh shit. What?
I don't know how to
Oh my
open.
God.
How do I open this? Maybe in a tab so I can share it with everyone because that is.
This is amazing. Why is he green? Yeah,
He's of coronavirus.
but like green, I don't know. I would have
It's a
made it blue.
virus.
It's
Uh,
a,
look, I'm gonna share it, you guys.
he's even got the little virus thingies coming off them.
Right. That's so funny. Okay, today at work, yeah, we had okay, so we have I'm just gonna leave it up.
Sorry, just like looking at it.
If someone comes in here at this time, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, we have a super conservative government, and our super conservative government, not healthcare officials, mind you, just the government, has decided the best way to deal with the opiate crisis in Alberta is forcible rehab.
No, that's not gonna work.
Yeah,
It never
duh.
works.
No, there's been so many studies. And so, yeah, the conservative government has decided that forcible treatment for people with substance use disorder is going to be the new thing. And so today, there was sort of like a town hall Zoom meeting because I work for my provincial health authority. So there was like a virtual Zoom meeting town hall thing where kind of the heads of this move are talking about what it's going to look like and what their plans are. And it was like so gross because, yeah, it's just gross. Uh, anyway, at the very end, there was like a Q&A, and it was a bunch of doctors from around the province who were asking
Good.
questions, being like, this is so unethical. You cannot coerce or force a person into accepting any kind of medical treatment at all. Um, how, where are you going to hold people like when they're being forced into treatment where you're going to hold them until there's a bed available. Like, what the fuck are you
Yeah, you
talking
can't
about?
just imprison people
Right.
without due
Um,
process.
and then what about people who are users of benzos or alcohol? Because withdrawals from those two drugs can kill you.
Yep.
Like withdrawal from any other substance won't, but benzos and alcohol withdrawal literally can kill you. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
need medical detox. Like, what are you guys doing? And this one doctor, I'm going to shout her out. Shout out to Dr. Kate Bisbee here in Alberta. She was really letting them have it. And she was saying, this is so unethical. And it shocked me. How did we get in here in the first place? Dissenting opinions, maybe. Um,
Sorry, it's
it,
interesting.
yeah, no, it shocked me because the frickin' like hosts of the Zoom like muted her mic and removed her from screen.
What the fuck?
Yes. And that really, really shocked me. And then she just continued in the chat and was like, I encourage my fellow doctors to speak against this, blah, blah, blah. And then they also like hid her chats from the chat box.
That's insane.
Yes, I was shook. Like, that's actually fascism. When you're trying to like
Yeah.
silence a medical doctor about something that is going to be detrimentally harmful to citizens, like,
Even from a purely pragmatic point of view, it doesn't work.
right.
You can't you can't court ordered rehab has an abysmal failure rate
Yes.
because they are not ready to do it. Like rehab, getting clean is something you have to want to do.
Hmm. And also, like I work in addiction and mental health, but primarily addiction. I have for many, many, many years. And the thing is like, okay, I have got to get rid of this freaking image. I
It's very
can't look at it.
distracting.
It's amazing and like female, but yeah, so I work in addiction and I have for many, many, many years. And the thing is addiction is not the problem. It's a symptom of a much larger problem. So the much larger problem is often trauma, and
Mhm.
it's just manifesting in addiction. For some people, it manifests in hypersexuality or anger or an eating disorder or
Mm.
whatever. But, you know, it's a symptom of a much larger issue. And so when you're trying to force people into treatment, they might not even be close to ready to deal or face that trauma. Like,
Well,
you,
that's saying that they're even going to make an effort to deal with it because to me, this looks like the whole abortion thing and how it's really not about getting addicts help, but about punishing them, just like
mm-hmm. Oh,
how
yeah.
conservative views aren't about like the life of the child. It's about punishing women.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. And addiction
yeah,
is not a moral failing.
no.
Like, you know, it happens to anyone and everyone. It can happen to your freaking neighbor next door or someone who grew up with
I
severe
would say
trauma or a doctor down the street. Like,
addiction is a very human thing. I mean,
mm-hmm.
the vast majority of the human race is addicted to something,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know?
and also has been for literally the entire time humans have existed.
Right.
Um, we were talking in this meeting today about how uh, all of like recorded human history as well as like oral human history talks about using psychogenic plants and stuff for
Yeah,
ceremonies and whatnot. Like all of human history of all time has used substances for some reason or another.
right. And the
Um,
vast majority of us aren't addicted to anything
mhm.
detrimental. Like most of us are addicted to coffee, a
Yep.
lot of people smoke, like I mean that's detrimental, but it's not
It's
altering
not
like it's not
fentanyl, you know?
right. Yeah, so you're not going to lose your job or whatever, but yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it's rich. I wonder how many of those people on that Zoom call like have to have their cup of coffee in the morning or light up their cigarette at
Right.
lunch, you
Right.
know?
Like it was just so frustrating. And there were over 300 people in the town hall. Um, and it was just,
Did
yeah.
anybody get outraged at the
Oh,
censorship?
oh yeah. Lots of the comments like were flying about how it was so like totally inappropriate to do that. And actually even further on, the main host guy who was answering the questions, after that he said something like he was responding to another comment or something and he said, I know
Hmm.
this is a touchy subject, but I didn't really expect her to be yelled at today. And the comments were just like, it is so inappropriate for you to categorize Dr. Bisbee as yelling at you when
Right.
she is passionately advocating for the human rights of patients in this province. Like, what the
Right.
um,
He seems like the kind of guy that anytime a woman is passionate about something, like,
mhm,
oh, why are you so angry and hysterical?
yeah, um, yeah. So that's really frustrating. But they were talking about also like, yeah, they're building these facilities. Uh, there's there's been 3 built so far, with the ultimate number going to be 10 built by 2027. It's so
Mm,
fucked up. You cannot force people. You can't force somebody to accept cancer treatment
yeah.
or a blood transfusion. How can
Yeah.
you like you? That's it's kidnapping.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Imprisonment.
Yes,
Yep.
so fucked up. It is so fucked up. God, I hate this fucking
And
government so much.
how are they getting admitted? Like, can people call on them?
Yes, yes.
So you could have just a really shitty family claim that you were addicted to drugs and they can come pick you up, you
Yeah,
know?
pretty much. Yep. So they said like, yeah, like addictions workers can report police, like if they're they're on the downtown beat and they come across somebody passed out in the park.
Yeah.
Um, Families can go to an emergency room and yeah, and say we want our family member mandated into treatment. Like it's not like okay, forced treatment is bad, but like at least when it's through like drug court or it's because you're in the criminal justice system
Yeah.
because of the consequences of your addiction. On that case, like I don't think it's good, but you got here because of
Yeah.
your
Like you held up
ethics,
a liquor store or something, you
right?
know?
Or
You assaulted
you got
someone.
17 DUIs, like
Yeah, right,
you
right.
know but when it's like somebody who like not that it's good but it's just like passed out in the fucking park, like
Right.
what is going on? It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, so fuck this government, honestly. Sometimes I think like maybe I should just leave Alberta and move somewhere else, but also like if the more liberal of us don't stay and speak up, then what?
Yeah. That's true. Guess it depends how attached you are to the area.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I do like where I live. I love it here, actually. It's really a beautiful place. And I'm also really, like, I fucking love my job. So,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
just really chaps my ass because, like, my clients I serve is exactly who this is going to impact.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
my clients are people who are primarily experiencing homelessness, definitely experiencing substance use disorder. Um,
You know what? I feel like if they implement this,
mhm.
even the ones that had a very tiny chance of ever recovering, it'll be gone. It'll be like dashed.
Yeah, well, and even somebody said it's kind of giving like residential school vibes,
Yeah,
which is like residential school trauma is one of the massive reasons people suffer from addiction. Like,
right. It's giving that, it's giving Magdalene Laundry type
mm,
vibes. Like any or those Christian boot camps where they'd send troubled teens, like all
yeah,
that kind of stuff.
today on the Zoom call, they tried to be like, it's not going to be like those work camp situations. Like, this is about healing. And I'm like, but a person
Um
has to want it, and you can't
in
force them to be there,
can you imagine? Heal, damn you, heal.
right? So crazy. Anyway,
Like, when has that ever worked?
no, I know.
But for anything, not just addiction, for anything.
Yeah, and also like 'cause I guess some of the like primarily the program in quotes is 1 year long.
Jesus, a year?
That's kidnapping.
Yeah.
How is it not?
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
it is. I mean, even just a day is kidnapping, but a whole
yes.
year of your life, just someone took a scalpel and just excised an entire year out of your whole lifespan
Yeah.
against your will to spend at this nightmarish place.
Well, also, and then, oh my God, this is
And then,
and then I'm just super fired up because this is like my area and these are my people. um like I said, addiction is a symptom of a larger problem, which could be often trauma or, I don't know, homelessness. Like your life fucking sucks, you're homeless, you're getting beat up at a shelter, might as well get high to forget it all, right?
right.
um so when you're in this year-long fucking program and then you're discharged, what, back to homelessness because we have
Yeah,
a housing crisis. There's not, for all of the thousands of people that they're going to mandate into this forced treatment, there's not housing for them all right now. Like, what,
yeah,
you're going to discharge them back into homelessness? And sorry, further, a person is at most risk of death from overdose when they leave treatment.
yeah. Because
Like,
they're not used to, their body's no longer used to it, and
right, they don't have
they're
the tolerance anymore,
right.
and they
They
relapse
use
back
like they
onto the
used to.
dose. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That's the most deadly time, is the 2 weeks after leaving rehab is the number one most deadly time for addicts.
yeah. And don't they say that in the environment and your life situation, it perpetuates the cycle? Like
Yeah.
trauma can cause it,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're like you said, going back into homelessness or just going back into the same situation you were already
Mm-hmm.
in, like even addicts that choose to get clean often
Yeah.
have to rearrange their entire lives or
Yes.
move,
Yes.
no longer associate with the friends they used to and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Or their families,
Right,
even.
or their families, yeah, if they want to stay clean.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so messed up. Ugh, I'm so mad.
Yeah,
But
why are idiots like in charge?
ugh, ugh. Alberta's
I don't
premiere
even,
is the worst.
it's ridiculous because I don't even have the knowledge you do, or I don't work with these people, but even I know I'm like just a dumb normie as far as this stuff goes. Like
Yeah.
this should be common knowledge. Like it's not going to work and it's going to make the problem worse and people are going to
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, freaking, it needs to be treated not like a moral failure or a moral problem or a criminal issue. It's a public health issue.
Do you think when they lock them up for a year, they're going to try to convert them into religion?
I hope not.
I feel like that's kind of their goal. They're going to try to turn them all to Jesus or something.
Have mercy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so messed up. This
that
freaking
is.
government. We're stuck with these idiots. Our next election is until 2027.
Oh, it's a long time.
Yeah, but it doesn't even matter because Alberta has elected the Conservatives for the last 50 years. So,
Ain't going to change anytime soon, I guess.
probably not. Probably not. But there have been like some conservative governments here in the past who are like conservative but normal, you know? But the current premier is absolutely batshit insane. She's such a psycho.
Yeah.
One of the funny things she did though, um, it's not funny, but well, it's kind of funny actually. She introduced a bunch of legislature about like gender and trans shit, which is probably the only normal thing she's ever done. Um, but it was funny to me. So our premier, which is like an American governor, um, her name is Danielle Smith. She introduced some legislation about how um, without a legal name change, preferred names won't be recognized. Um, and children, so anyone under the age of 18 in a school who wants to go by another name at school, their parents have to be notified of this. And it's just funny because her name herself is Marlena Danielle Smith, but she goes by and insists
Oh,
anyone call her Danielle.
well, well, well.
So that kind of made me laugh. And so there's like a whole meme on the internet now, like everyone on Twitter just calls her Marlena
They
because
just,
that's
as
her
they should.
name. That's
Right.
her name. Doesn't matter what she wants to be called. Her name is Marlena,
Yeah.
not Danielle.
Yeah. I have to say, I'm not really that fussed about names
Yeah, I don't
personally.
care at all.
I don't care. If you want to be called Queen Shabubu, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean,
Ugh,
I've never had that happen, but like, I just don't care.
yeah.
If you want to be silly and refer to yourself as Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway, then I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
Call me Ebony.
Um, yeah. Ugh. Anyway, that was my rant.
Yeah, that's very dystopian, like they said in the chat.
So dystopian.
It's very stupid.
Yep. But I can at least be grateful that federally we elected a liberal government. So there is
Yeah.
that. And our prime minister met with Trump today.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It actually went not bad. It
Hmm.
was, about as good as you can really hope for. And I guess there was a moment where Trump was talking about Canada being the 51st state, and he was like, oh, well, never say never. And our Prime Minister Carney was like, never, never, never. It's like,
Yeah.
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 Ugh. But apparently, yeah, it was otherwise fairly normal.
Hmm. Well, that's
Mhm.
good.
Yeah. Always
Uh,
something.
yeah. The world is burning.
Don't.
Don't worry. We can laugh at very ridiculous romantasy covers instead.
Hmm. Actually, why don't we do that?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, did you see
Romantasy book covers.
Ballistic sent the My Horse prints? It's in the App Store, and it's this horse with the face of an anime boy.
Where's that?
She put it in the chat. I don't know if the link is like translatable on. It's like an App
Oh
Store
yeah,
link.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Will you be my owner?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Stop. How do
That's
I?
not problematic at all.
Why is it not sharing? Oh, there we go. My horse Prince.
Oh yeah. Look, he's got the horse leg. No.
What the hell?
It's fine until you see the rest of him.
I know. My horse Prince. What is
Oh.
this though? Will you be my owner? There stands a horse with a handsome human face. Before you know it, you agree to start training him. Is this a dream or a nightmare? Oh
Uh,
my god.
it's got a 4.7 out of 5.
That's so uncanny. Like the freaking horse entire body and just one human head. Ew, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Hooray, man-made horrors beyond our comprehension.
Aw, I googled romantasy book covers and none of them are like that bad.
Yeah, a lot of them are very
They're all
like
just normal.
yeah, they're very like aesthetic.
What if I
Maybe.
Google monster fucker book covers?
Yes.
I'm scared that it's gonna. Oh yeah.
Here we go.
I was scared that there might be. Maybe I should turn off like
Safe search.
Yeah. How do you do
Yeah.
that?
It's under advanced, I think. Where is it?
Maybe not.
Yours are
Oh well, we're living large. If I get banned from YouTube for this, it's been good.
well, just don't click on anything that looks too naked.
Morning Glory Milking Farm.
Oh my god.
Oh.
No.
Oh, it doesn't get any bigger when you open it. It's still small.
Yeah. Oh my
Morning
god.
Glory Milking Farm.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
That's the kind of book that you'd put a paper bag over the cover so nobody can see you reading it.
The Dragon's Bride.
Oh,
Open. Oh, this one is so great.
oh no, she's literally chained to him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But like, is this bestiality? Like, it is, right?
I don't. That gets into a lot of conversations about like sentience and stuff.
Right.
Because apparently they have like minds like ours. They just have bodies that aren't.
Oh
What
boy.
is that ensnared thing?
I
That
know. I'm
looks like
trying.
that looks like the alien from the Aliens
I
franchise from
know.
far away.
When I try to open the image, oh my god, kill me. It's like only that size, like it doesn't expand.
Oh.
That one's a little bit better.
Ew.
A Spider's Mate, Book 1, Ensnared. Oh, it's a spider, not an
Ew.
alien.
Well, he doesn't really look much like a spider. That's
Ballistic. Elderly women will read this stuff in public with a straight face.
yeah. They don't give a fuck.
What? The time I got drunk and saved a demon.
That
What
sounds
the
like a
hell?
fun read.
Open image. No, it's too small. You can't see anything. Oh god, there's some actual. I have to scroll up. I can't. I gotta figure out how to do my safe search. I don't know
Yeah,
how.
right. The Shape of Water in book form, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad romance book covers.
Hunting for Dick.
Wait, what? Ah!
That's got to mean something else,
I'm sure it's a man named Dick.
right? Because it looks like an old cover.
Oh my god. Wanted, a gentleman.
He's got a cravat and everything.
Mm-hmm. So good. My grandmother, when I was growing up, had like every fucking Fabio book cover of all
Oh,
time.
Fabio, yeah.
Oh, Fabio.
Fabio book covers. He was big in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, yeah. He was on the cover of every single book.
He's not even like he does nothing for me at all.
No, I know. It's so funny. And they're all these like dramatic poses,
Yeah.
windswept. What a career.
He looks like you can't have a conversation with him.
Oh, for sure you can't.
Like at all.
So funny. What is the lady milking that beast or something?
Yeah, Capricorn, I was thinking about that because like milk, that's what female cows produce. So like are we is this a double entendre? Are we like or what? It's a little unclear. Yeah, Plumey. I was thinking the same thing because it should be a lesbian novel with a spider because spiders, the females are definitely more important.
Mm-hmm. Have you read any good books lately?
No.
Me neither. I haven't. I don't read a lot of fiction.
Yeah.
I read a lot of nonfiction. I'm reading Woman Hating by Dworkin right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I got, in the re-release of her books, I got Pornography and Right Wing Women. So I'm going to read those two pretty soon. But I don't really read any fiction books. Not really. I mean, I used to, but I haven't in a long time.
Yeah, I read more nonfiction these days too.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to get back into fiction because when I was like a teenager, I ate that shit up.
Me too. I used to read so much.
Yeah, me too. And it was all like that fantasy stuff and just
Mhm.
reading all kinds of stuff. And I used to really enjoy it. And then usually when I pick up a fiction book now, a lot of times I just can't get into it.
Yeah. Yeah. I also have a terrible attention span now. I've been
Yeah.
conditioned to social media, which isn't good, but
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, same. Unless something really grabs me and I find it very interesting, I it's like a chore to get through.
yeah.
And that's even the case for nonfiction books that I'm really interested in. Like, interested in the concept or the subject matter.
Yeah. Yep.
I find myself skimming a lot.
Ooh, the Golden Panda. I finished Woman Hating last night. I'm currently reading Intercourse. Also very good. I have read that one. And we'll read Who Cooked the Last Supper next. Yay.
Yeah, I still have to
Favorite.
read that one.
It's so perfect.
Yeah,
I'm
it's on
assigning
your
everybody
recommendation.
homework. Read Who
Yes.
Cooked the Last Supper.
Mm.
We'll reconvene at the next book club meeting.
My work started a book club.
Oh, really?
Yes. But the the catch is I did not join because the catch is that each time, like, you can read a fiction book, but then the next time you have to read like a business development book.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, I know. So this, I don't know if it's like every couple of months they get together. But this time they're reading Howl's Moving Castle, which I have read and it's good. But then the next time they have to read like some bullshit corporate book.
Oh my god, ballistic. Oh my god.
Oh shit, I gotta look at this.
Just a second, I will.
Oh, what the hell?
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, what on earth?
Oh,
That is bad. Ballistic found this book at a bookstore in her city. I'll share it with you guys. This is insane. What does it
yeah,
say, Ballistic?
yeah. Can you translate for us?
Why can't I? Oh, my. Hold on. I'm struggling here. What the hell?
There it is.
Something in Paris.
Yeah.
Will you translate, please, Ballistic?
Yep.
A fucking Nazi? Oh, that's
That's
Adolf.
Hitler.
Have mercy.
That's Hitler porn.
Oh no, the worst part. Whoops, the worst part is that curiosity got the best of me and I came back for it and it had been sold.
Oh no.
It says the nude spy who shook Paris. Oh my god.
Oh.
That is crazy. That is so crazy.
The
Oh
nude
Lord.
spy.
The Golden Panda. Even though my views align with radical feminism, I don't feel comfortable calling myself that until I read more rad fem theory. I think you can call yourself a radical feminist even if you haven't read like all of the theory. Like if your views, if your views align. Um, I mean, obviously, it's good to be like up in the up on all the theory and stuff, but um, there's no like requirements. You gotta
Yeah.
believe the stuff and try to live your life in a way that reflects it. But
I mean, I haven't read all the theory
yeah,
either.
of course. Me neither. I have read a lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Capricorn says, I'm glad it's not just me. Things been feeling like a chore. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
Well, with all the bullshit in the world and we're all like adults with like jobs and responsibilities.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like too tiring or too hard to want to devote time to reading when you could like doom scroll.
Well, you know what I do, and this might be like um book people might be like, oh, but I will skip around a book.
What?
Yeah, I'll skip not a fiction book, like a nonfiction book. I'll read a chapter that interests me the most. If I'm
Okay.
finding like a chapter I'm reading is kind of dragging and I'm not paying attention to it, I'll find one that I'm like, oh, this one looks interesting, and then I'll just go back and read the other one. But that won't work for fiction because you got to follow the narrative, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do that.
That is crazy to
Yeah,
me.
I'm sorry.
Should be.
I'll go hang my head in shame now.
Good.
No,
Frickin'. Have you watched the show The White Lotus? Have
I
you
have
heard of it though?
heard.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all over YouTube, and
Yeah.
I've listened to analysis of it, and yeah, I don't. I'm on the fence about whether to watch it.
I started it 2 nights ago. I think I've watched 5 episodes.
Is it good?
I don't know.
Yeah. So the reason I've been hesitant is because I'm kind of over and also have to be really in the mood to watch another drama series about a really fucked up family.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very draining for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I've heard the analysis and all that stuff because I do that. I watch videos about media I have not seen or read.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it sounds really fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. I'm not sure if it's good or not. It feels, in the episodes I've seen anyway, it feels like it
Mm.
could be like it could be a thriller any second. Like it feels like
Mm.
it always feels like something crazy bad is going to happen, but it hasn't yet.
Yeah.
It's a little bit unsettling. Um, I don't find it that gripping. I'm not like chomping at the bit to watch episode 6 or whatever,
Mm.
but I've seen it praised so much that I wanted to try. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all right.
I mean, if you finish it, let me know what you think.
Yeah, I don't know. I might not. I'm
Just
not
like,
super gripped by it. I've just been
yeah.
watching to see if I will become so, but I have not. But I want to find a good show to watch because I just rewatch things I know I like
Yeah.
already. I
I,
don't branch out often.
yeah, me too.
So I'm trying to spread my wings a little bit, but I haven't really found anything. Hmm.
Okay, the realist, I just want to clarify that I do not read the end of a book,
I saw that.
a fiction book. Like, why would you do that? Just
Yeah, that's crazy.
only nonfiction I do this with,
Hmm.
not a story, because
Yeah,
obviously it's not going to make any sense. It's going to be like, oh,
that's crazy to me that someone would just go to the back and like spoil the ending for themselves and then be like, okay, I'll read it.
how would it make any sense? You don't know who these people are yet.
Hmm.
Uh,
That's so weird.
yeah.
Hmm. What's chat? What is a show I should check out? That's like I like drama, thrillers. Comedy is okay, but it's not usually my thing. Like I love and I'm obsessed with Mad Men. It's
You
like
know
my
what I
favorite show of all time.
heard about that I was interested in watching was a show called Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So it looked really interesting to me.
Hmm. What do you know what the premise is?
Yeah, it's like so it sounds really weird, but it's like a take on the sitcom wife and husband thing where the wife is just a long-suffering naggy
Uh-huh.
stereotype and the husband like ruins her life. And
Mhm.
it switches back and forth between like sitcom style camera work and then like it turns real when the show is trying to show you that this guy is literally ruining her life.
Oh God. Hmm.
I think there's only 2 seasons of it.
I guess I've seen Severance mentioned everywhere. I heard it's really good. It does seem like an interesting concept. Arcane, is that one of those new animated ones? I sound like such an asshole, but I don't think it's my thing.
It is animated. I'm going to say something that's going to make Lily hate me, but I watched the first season years ago and it didn't grip me. Like, it was fine. It didn't grip me. She's a huge
Mm,
Arcane fangirl.
yes.
I haven't seen the second season though. And before I do see it, if I do see it, I'll have to rewatch the first season because maybe I missed something. It was a few years ago. So,
Mm, yeah. I don't know. I just rewatched Mad Men and Downton Abbey.
yeah.
I love
But
Downton Abbey. It's like my comfort show of all time.
just rewatching the comfort shows that we love.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it so much. It's just nice vibes. And Maggie Smith is a queen, so R.I.P. Maggie
She
Smith.
is.
Mm.
I really should watch Downton Abbey. I feel like I'd like it.
I think so too. It's really well written. It's really good, and Maggie
Mm.
Smith is fucking perfect in it.
Yeah.
She's
I've seen
amazing.
I've seen clips of it like on YouTube,
Yeah,
and I have seen a scene with her in it and she was great. So,
she is so funny.
and I do like period stuff too. So,
Yeah, I love a period drama. Hence, Mad Men,
yeah.
Downton Abbey. Oh, I love a period drama. Very good. Very good.
Don't watch The Boys. Yeah, I don't recommend The Boys either.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I did look up some about it, and I was like, no, this is not for me.
Yeah, it's just yeah. It's one of those medias that likes to say that it's satirizing and sending up certain tropes, but it's really just indulging in everything that it's trying to satirize.
Yuck.
So, yeah,
Yuck.
like there was a little bit of promise in the first season, like at the beginning, but after a while, you're watching it and you kind of feel like you need to go take a shower after you watch
Yeah, I
it.
think I saw like a clip or something somewhere, maybe on TikTok or something, and it
Yeah.
was rather vile. And I was
Yeah, it
like,
really is. And it like revels in it. I do have to say though that like the villain who's called Homelander is probably one of the best depictions of like a really malignant male narcissist that I've ever seen.
oh, interesting.
He's very scary, and he just nails it. But other than that, it's just you don't really. It's not pleasant to watch. Let's just put it that way. It's not pleasant.
Yeah, no thanks.
I mean, maybe don't take. I mean, you know, we could have different tastes.
Yep, we can.
That's just my opinion.
That show, Ergo Proxy. Never heard of it.
Never heard of that either.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't been really like gripped by something in a long time. Like I remember like when The Walking Dead first hit the TV in like 2010, like it was like, wow, this is so good. And same with Mad Men, it's like perfectly written. But I haven't felt like I watched The Pit recently. That was very good, but I didn't feel like this was like a whoa moment. But The
Yeah.
Pit was really good actually.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I watched something and I was like, "Oh shit, I love this."
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe The Haunting of Hill House. That was pretty good.
I've heard that's really good, and I probably think I would like it because I'm into like thriller, spooky.
Yeah.
I probably would like that. Maybe I'll check that one out.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
pretty good.
this is totally taking a left turn here.
It's okay. It's what we do.
But uh, do you know what? Do you have any plans for Mother's Day since you are a mother?
No, not that I know of.
Well, I hope it's nice for you.
I mean, I I sent my mother a bouquet of white roses. So,
Aw,
yeah, I send her
that's nice
flowers
of
every
you.
year.
Aw,
Without fail, I have to send her flowers.
that's
Have
really
them
nice.
delivered. And it's the nice bouquet too, not fucking gas station shit.
I'm going
So
to my parents' house on Mother's. Well, actually, my mom asked if I'd come on Saturday and not Sunday, so I'm gonna go over there
yeah,
and hang out. She just wanted me to come over and hang out, so I said, okay, fine.
yeah. I don't know if my kid's gonna, I mean, whatever. He's like busy with college and stuff. Like I've never been that fussed about it, I guess. He
Yeah.
usually does get me something though, but it might not be on the day. He usually gets me scented candles because he knows I love smells.
I need a smell visit soon.
Yeah, I know, right? He's like, hey, I got you some candles. I'm like, yeah,
Hell yeah.
you know, I like
Uh,
smells.
the house I'm sitting at right now, she's very the dog mom is very into like handcrafted soap companies,
Oh yeah.
and she
Oh,
has like bags of them that she gets at like trade shows and like farmers markets and stuff. The other day I
oh.
was just pulling out bar by bar and sniffing them all.
I'm such a sucker for like artisanal
That's yeah, exactly.
soap or whatever, like lotions or anything. I don't even use lotion, but
Me neither.
if you like give me a bottle of like artisanal farmers market bullshit
Hmm.
lotion, I'll be like, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah.
So it's actually a really sad story as to why I send my mom flowers every Mother's Day without fail.
Mm.
And I want to share it because if it'll save other children from being callow youths, then I can I can help people.
Oh,
But when
okay.
we were growing up, my mom was never the type of mom to like want anything, and she always told my brother and I that she didn't want anything, and that so we kind of took her word for it, and all the way up until we were young adults, and then it kind of devolved into like barely calling her or sending her anything for Mother's Day or whatever,
Yeah.
um, which wasn't right. And then one day she just opens up and starts to cry and says
Oh.
that even though she never told us that it meant a lot to her, it did mean a lot to her.
Oh.
And I felt really bad because I didn't know that I was hurting her every year by not acknowledging her. So now for her birthday and for Mother's Day, I always make sure that I do something for her.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's not because I'm like, she didn't guilt me into it. She told me that because she was so sad. I think I didn't acknowledge, like, and this was years and years ago, right? This was a long time ago. I didn't acknowledge a special day for her, and I didn't think she cared or that it mattered, but she did.
Oh. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad that you
Don't
did
be
that
like
for her now.
me. Yes. Don't be like
My
me.
mom has never really cared, but now that you say this,
Yeah.
but I
I mean,
always usually do something. Like I go hang out with her. Yes, last year we got pedicures.
no, yeah, she loves the pedicures.
Yeah, and then we went
Yeah.
out for Vietnamese food. I think to this year, I'm just gonna go over to her house, and I think they want to order Chinese food, so that's
Yeah.
fine. It was actually funny because my parents they signed the deal to sell their house today, and in the family group chat, they're like, "We're gonna celebrate and order Chinese food," and I was like, "Hey, you asked me to come over on Saturday for Chinese food," and they were like, "Oh yeah, okay, we'll do something else tonight."
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
rude.
Yeah. Ruining your Chinese night. Come on.
Yeah, rascals. Good times.
Yes. But as far as your mom goes, you have to just make sure that she's not just saying that.
Oh yeah, yeah, for
Because
sure.
like, I really don't, I barely remembered it was Mother's Day at all.
Hmm.
Uh, and the only reason I remembered is because it's on my calendar for my mom. But like, if it wasn't, I wouldn't even be no, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I always, yeah, like see her or hang out with her, or I definitely always get a card. So
Yeah, we are getting together, not this weekend, but next
mhm.
weekend. We're having coffee.
Nice.
And we
So
just had like a 3 hour phone conversation
oh my
yesterday.
god,
So
3 hours. So
we have
brave.
long phone conversation.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't do that. I sent a card. I mailed a card to my best friend who is a mom. Um, it'll probably get there by Friday, I think.
Hmm.
And oh, this is a little bit unrelated, but my best friend, who's a mom, she lives in BC on the coast, and I go out there every like August or September to visit her and my goddaughter. Um, Usually, I go for my goddaughter's birthday, which is at the end of August, but my friend's birthday is the second week of September, and so this year I'm going for her birthday instead, and we're gonna go visit my sister on Vancouver Island while I'm
Mm.
there. Take the ferry over. That will be nice. I was there last August, September, so it'll be nice to go back. Yeah,
Yeah, that
looking forward to it.
sounds good.
And then in January, I'm going to the Dominican Republic for a familial wedding.
Hmm.
So I'm not really doing anything other than like anything else fun the rest of the year because I have to save my freaking money for
Yeah.
my BC and DR trips.
Oh, that's worth it though.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I've never been to like a beachy vacation before.
Ah, so fun.
Yeah, I've never been to like Mexico. I've been into Mexico. We drove across the border when I was like 15, but I've never like been to like yeah like a beachy vacation ever. So
Yeah.
and this
Listen,
is
I'm
an
not even
all
like
inclusive.
I'm not even oh, that's even better.
Yeah,
I'm not even like a beach person. Like I'm
me
not
neither.
crazy about it, but like it's just so fun. And then there's like where I went, there's like tiki bars and so many places to just lounge around and it's beautiful. You can take a walk, there's tidal pools. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I would not have gone for this kind of a vacation like on my own, but because one of my family members is getting married, I
Mm.
thought, "Meh, why not?
Hey, why not?
Yeah, and
It's more
also,
fun with people for sure.
yeah, for sure. But also, I found out that my sister and I, we are going. And aside from the parents, so it's my cousin's wedding. Aside from my cousin, aside from his brother, so our other cousin, and their parents, none of our other family members are RSVP'd.
Oh.
Yeah, I was really sad. And they were like, they totally were like, if we're not in your budget or whatever, like, it's totally fine, like, whatever. But I
Hmm.
was kind of like, oh,
Yeah,
no one
maybe
else is going?
are they they didn't RSVP at all or did they
No, they're
say
just
no?
not going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the problem with destination stuff though.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, like I get it. It's not in everyone's budget or they don't want to drag their small children there or whatever. I get it.
Yeah.
But I was just
Yeah.
like, oh,
I
uh-uh.
know. It could have been like a whole family reunion.
Yeah. I mean, we do a family camping trip every June. So I'm looking forward to that. Everyone will be there.
Oh yeah, the camping trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I mean, my
All night.
brother's wedding was local and everybody showed up.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the camping trip every June. All my
Hmm.
aunts and uncles and cousins' children and
It sounds like so
everyone.
much fun. You've
It
described it
is.
before, and I'm like, man, that sounds like such a blast.
Oh, it's the best. It's like my favorite weekend of the whole year.
Yeah.
I'm extremely blessed and lucky in that my dad's side of the family is amazing. No one
Hmm.
has any beef with anyone. Like we're all so happy to see each other and hang out. And
Oh,
there is no family infighting whatsoever. None. Like it's the
oh, that's
best.
nice.
Yeah, it really is. And
Yeah.
so we always have like a big like a group camping spot. So there's some people have their RVs, some people are just in tents, some people just sleep in their car, and
Yeah.
set up like a volleyball net, and oh, it's the best. I'm so excited,
I'm
very
excited
excited.
for you.
Thanks. Can't wait. There'll be no stream that weekend.
No, no.
Oh, probably two June weekends in a row actually,
Yeah,
because the
maybe.
first weekend in June is I'm going to a birthday party.
Mm.
And then the second weekend in June is family camping trip. So probably 2 weeks in a row.
Oh yeah.
Kitty
Yep.
cat, we camp at a provincial park in Alberta.
Just gonna show up. Show up with a 6-pack.
Yeah, well, you'll need it with all of my freaking cousins.
Make that a 12-pack, kitty cat.
Or more.
Yeah.
Actually, one year, one year, my cousin brought two 72 packs.
They make 72 packs.
What in Canada they do.
Damn.
Um, she brought two of them, and we were only there for 2 nights, and they were gone.
Oh, yeah.
It was 144 beers. It's gone.
Oh. Oh, I can't get beer drunk.
No.
No.
No, absolutely not. I'm too old for that.
Yeah. It's not a good time. If I'm gonna actually get drunk on purpose, I'd rather just have like mixers or something, or just liquor.
Yeah, I'm
Beer
too
just
old to get drunk on purpose, even.
Well, you said you don't get drunk.
I don't.
Yeah.
I have tried many times, but
It doesn't take.
it doesn't take. I'm immune.
The first week of June is my birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I took off the day.
Oh. What are you, a Gemini?
Yeah.
Aww,
Yeah.
fun.
It is.
And you took like the whole week off, your whole birthday week?
Oh no, just the day.
Oh.
It's a Monday, so it'll make a long weekend for me.
My birthday is on a Monday as well, and I've taken it off as well.
Yeah, that's the best, right?
In July.
You know, I never used to take my birthday off, but I started doing it a couple years ago, and I don't know, it's just really nice to have my birthday off.
Yeah, I never used to as well, and then I recently started.
Yeah. Is it just because we're getting older?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yep. Me too. Me too. Yeah, and I don't even like have plans, or I don't really ever even do anything. Last year I took my birthday off and I didn't do anything or go anywhere or see anyone. I was just at home and it was just nice.
Yeah, that's basically how I spend my birthday too. It's like just a day where I can just be like doing my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like last year, I got myself sushi. No, I got myself a really nice steak. That's what happened.
Dang.
Yeah, and I cooked that, and then I made myself Bloody Marys, and I had like that, and then I think I went for a smell tour, if I'm not mistaken.
What
Did
a
all the
treat.
things I know, right? That's like the best day ever. I went to like the store, smelled things. I think I might have picked up a few clothing items because I did need them, but
Nice.
yeah.
When you mentioned steak, that reminded me. I have a acquaintance who yesterday or the day before he posted on Instagram that he'd given his 11-year-old son his credit card to go out for dinner with his judo friends.
Yep.
And he posted the receipt, and the kid bought a filet mignon steak dinner and a virgin peach Bellini and billed $87.
That is amazing.
He was like, I did not expect that he would buy a fucking filet mignon.
What kid eats filet mignon?
He's 11.
I feel like this kid is cool, you know? Like,
yes.
He's got good taste.
Yes. Oh my God. He was like FML.
Yeah, I mean, Dad, you did say I could spend it on whatever I wanted, right? What is up with his taste? Like, he's got champagne taste rather.
No kidding. So funny. Oh, I was dying laughing. Good times. Oh man. This dog I'm house sitting, I have been caring for her for 3 years and I know her really well. But she's an old lady dog. She's 12.
Aww.
And with her age, she really can't make it a full night. So she wakes me up between 3 and 4 every single night to go pee.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like you have a baby.
Yeah, literally. I mean, at least she's not peeing in the house, right? Like she still has her
Oh,
dignity about her.
she
But
wakes you up. Like she doesn't have accidents. She just makes sure you
yeah,
gets up. That's so cute.
yeah, but it means I'm tired. I've been here. This is my ninth day.
Yeah, I mean, that would wear anybody out.
Yeah, but she's
Oh,
a good girl.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just
She's the
like, go ahead.
Oh, she's the one that is nervous, right? She
Yeah,
doesn't
she's
like to,
anxious also. Oh God,
yeah,
she's a mess.
poor thing.
But yeah, I'll be like out in the backyard at like 3. Also, she will only pee in the backyard for some reason.
Oh, okay.
So I go around the house because they don't have access to the back door because that's the basement tenant's entrance. So
Oh,
I
okay.
go around the house to the backyard and I'm just like standing there in like my freaking Crocs and pajama shorts and like
Cute.
squinting at the street
3 in the
lights.
morning.
Yes.
Uh,
Very.
Kitty cat, 12 is old for larger breed dogs, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah, she's a pit bull, so
Yeah,
um yeah, it's quite old. She's got like a fully gray face.
yeah. It's
And
kind
she
of
has a
weird.
heart condition.
Yeah, isn't that common with larger breeds too? Or am
What?
I mistaken? The
Oh,
heart.
heart conditions? I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but it definitely is in pit bulls.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah. But
It's
yeah,
weird
12
how
is
like
old for a big dog.
why do the little dogs outlive them so much?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Um, my childhood dog was a Australian Red Heeler, and she lived to be 16. No, 18, sorry. At the time that she passed away, I'd had her longer than I had my little sister.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had her
yeah,
from age 5 to 23.
yeah.
Hmm.
I had a cat that lived long enough to see me have a kid.
Oh man,
We
that's
got him.
crazy.
I was 2 and he was 1 when we got him.
Oh
And
wow.
I know he lived long enough. He died when my kid was like a few months old, I want to say. He was like 25 years old. He had Siamese in him though. He had like,
Cute.
he was like a Siamese mix. And I've heard that they have longevity. So I
Hmm.
always just assumed that was why he lived so long. His name was Bogart.
Gogart.
Bogart.
Oh, Bogart. I was like, what the
Yeah.
heck? Aw, I love
Yeah. We
animals.
used to call him the ever living because we never thought he would die.
Oh,
Or the eternal, like Bogart the eternal.
yeah.
But unfortunately, he did.
My parents' current dog is 15,
Yeah.
and oh, it's breaking my heart because she's definitely like close to
Oh.
like she's in pretty good health. Actually, she's in fairly good health, but she has arthritis and she's very stiff and she has trouble getting up and down on her own.
Oh.
Yeah, she kind of hobbles around, and I don't know how fair it is for her.
I guess, yeah. That's like a hard call, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super lucky I get to see all kinds of dogs and cats because I pet sit.
Yeah, it's a nice gig.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't have crazy clients.
I pretty much don't.
And even the one you said was crazy a while back, the really rich lady, ended up being
Oh
cool in the
man.
she was cool in
Yeah,
the end though.
she was cool in the end, but she was nuts during the
Yeah.
entire thing. And
Yeah.
then at the
She's
end decided it was fine.
no, radical. Rich people aren't nuts. They're eccentric.
Right, eccentric. My bad. She was crazy.
Yes.
She was wild.
I know. I don't remember the specifics, but the stories you told about it
Yes.
was like, oh man, this lady is another level.
Yeah, she was bonkers. I also had
Yeah.
another client who she and her husband were like extremely paranoid about everything at all times. And they had, like, having a home security system is not unusual, that's very common. But they
Sure.
had cameras in every single room of their house,
Oh yeah.
front door, back door, garage door, along the sides of the house. And they had a security room like in the movies where there's like
A
a
panic
screen.
room?
Yeah, no, where there's like, like 7 screens with like little boxes on the screens of all of the camera
No,
views. Yes, in an entire room.
not a spy camera room.
Yes, where you like literally
The
like in the
control
movie.
center.
Yes, where they could see a view of every one of the cameras.
Oh my God. Did they
Yeah,
have a
and
doomsday bunker? I feel like they should have a doomsday
I
bunker.
don't know. And I was like, what is going on here? And they were just like he owns a gym, she's a nurse. Like it's not like they're like in some high risk profession. Like what the fuck?
Right. Or so obscenely wealthy that they actually have to worry.
Right. No, they lived in like a very super average neighborhood, average house. And there
Yeah.
was like a camera in the living room ceiling and in the kitchen ceiling and the hallway.
Oh my
Um,
God. Do they have a
yeah.
camera in the bathroom?
I mean, not that I could see, but I'm also not convinced that they didn't.
Yeah, right. It's just in the tissue box looking at you.
Yeah, it was crazy. Um, I have, like, I do say to my clients, like, I really don't care if you have cameras because I'm not doing anything weird. And if you want to spend your vacation, like, watching me sit on the couch, watch Netflix, be my
Yeah.
guest, you know?
Yeah.
Um, but I do say if I discover a camera that was not disclosed,
Hmm.
I am leaving immediately and you'll have to make new arrangements.
Right. That's more than
Because
fair.
that's creepy. Like I don't care, but
I want
you're
to know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And especially like I've never, knock on wood, there's never been a camera in a bedroom or a bathroom that that I
Yeah.
knew of.
Yes.
And if there was, like that's an absolute no. I'm like,
Yeah.
I would unplug it or I'm not staying. But in the
Yeah.
living room and wherever else, like I do not care. You can watch me in my pajamas on the couch.
Watch me
Like
scratch my butt.
right, like it's your vacation.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to spend it doing, then fine.
Yeah. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, exactly. It's so weird.
Yeah, I'm just like you. I don't have anything to hide, but by
Nope.
on principle, like I don't watch me take a shit and don't watch me sleep,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's will be good.
So weird.
And tell me about the cameras. I'm
Yeah.
totally with you. Like I don't want to be surprised.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
want to know where I can scratch my butt, damn it.
Yeah. Well, and I say that to all my clients too, like to just try to lighten it up. Like I'll say like,
Yeah.
I don't care if you have cameras at all, but I just want to know where they are so that I don't like scurry to the bathroom in my underpants. And
Yeah.
they'll usually laugh and be like, "Oh my god, yeah, no worries."
Yes. That is more than fair.
Yeah, it's their house, so I don't care. But I did have like I'm in a Discord server for pet sitters, and one person was telling a story about how like their client kept talking to them through their internal cameras and like
Oh
criticizing like
no.
the way that they like filled the dog's food dish or whatever.
The hell?
Yeah, and eventually she was just like, "You have to stop this. Like, I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm
Right.
just doing things maybe you're finicky about, but it's like relax."
Wow. Talk about
Yeah.
not picking your battles.
Yeah. So weird.
Yeah, irradiated.
Hmm.
Hey, you changed your name from woman to cornbread.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
There's like an app where you can like look for devices
Yeah,
connected to Wi-Fi.
I've heard of that. I have never tested one myself because I've never had need to, thank
Yeah.
God. But uh, I don't know how reliable this apps are. But
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Good times. I've been thinking of getting a doorbell camera for my house because I'm like
Mm,
so often not there because I'm house sitting elsewhere.
yeah.
Um, just be nice to keep an eye on if anyone's around.
Now
Actually, go ahead.
I was just going to ask on long gigs, do you go back home to like pick up your mail and stuff, or do you have somebody gather it for you?
Neither. I just let it.
Oh, Okay.
We have on my street, it's like one of those community mailboxes where you have to go and unlock it with a key. It
Oh,
doesn't come
okay,
to my
okay. So
house.
people aren't gonna see piles of mail on your doorstep.
No,
Okay, yeah.
no. But a weird thing happened the other day because my parents' house was for sale. So when they'd have viewings, they would just go over to my house and hang out until it was over.
Hmm.
And then last week on Thursday, my neighbor texted me and was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I was like, yeah, sorry, I'm just like away house sitting. I've been gone for a while." And he was like, "Well, um, I noticed that your front door was like wide open,
Oh.
and so like I went to your porch and like I called out your name, and then I tried to call your phone, but I was working, so I didn't answer." And he's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, like I'm at work. I'm sorry. I'm totally fine. I have no idea why the door would be open, unless my frickin' parents forgot to like properly latch and lock it when they left."
Oh my God, that's serious.
Yeah. So then I texted my frickin' family group chat and I'm like, I know you were there yesterday. Can someone go and lock my frickin' door? Close and lock my door? Good lord.
It's just wide open. I'm just putting myself in the shoes of this neighbor because that's literally
Yeah.
how so many true crime stories
Well,
start.
yeah, and he was weird. Like he said he stood in like my door, like in my what the fuck is the word? Your foyer?
Yeah.
Foyer. Do Americans say foyer?
Um,
We say
we
foyer.
we say both, like up in New England, because we have a French Canadian
Yeah.
population. Some
Foyer.
people say foyer, but a lot of people say foyer.
Yeah, so he said he stood in my foyer and like called my name out and was like, "Radical, hello?"
Oh God, am I gonna
Like,
find a body?
right. That's what he was worried about. And I was like, "Oh,
I mean, who wouldn't be? That's very odd to come
yeah, so
across.
weird."
And then you didn't answer.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't, but like, still.
Yeah. But yeah, so I had to fricking send my mom over to my house to close and lock my door. Good lord. So silly.
Who? Okay, who is the culprit then? Did anybody own up?
No, they said that they really thought that they did. But I'm
It
like,
was
you guys,
wide open.
yeah, not just like unlocked, but open.
Yeah, good thing you don't have any animals. Jeez.
Um, yeah, no kidding. So I don't know.
Whatever.
What's a foyer? A foyer or a foyer, some people spell it or say it. It's like the entryway of your house. Oops, what the fuck? Why am I? Ah! The chat is
What?
moving and I can't click on what I'm trying to click on. It's like the entryway of your house. The
Yeah,
vestibule, maybe?
yeah. I
And a,
think houses having a foyer is very regional.
is there, well, what do you call the like entry? Do you just call it the entryway?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, we call it a foyer or a foyer. But I feel like there's certain areas in the United States that maybe don't have a specific entryway, like little area. Because
Oh.
a lot of New England houses do have it, like, a little square where you can
Oh.
take your shoes off and like then you walk through an archway or something to the main rooms of the house. But I think a lot of houses it just opens right up into the
Oh.
kitchen or right up into the living room where you don't actually have a foyer.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Onino said it's English is her second language. Yeah, it's like the little the space just as soon as you enter a house where
Yeah.
you might hang your coat, put your shoes,
Yeah.
etc.
Might have a closet in it.
Closet.
But it really depends on like the region and the
Yeah.
houses that you tend to have. I don't think every house really has one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
some
fair
people
enough.
call it a mud room.
A mud
I've heard
room.
it called a mud
Oh, I
room.
would classify a mud room as the back of the house room, like
Oh,
back
see,
door room.
I don't think that there's that distinction here.
Oh, interesting.
Mud rooms tend to be a little bigger than a foyer, though.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
some people might say vestibule,
yeah,
entryway.
entryway. I mean, foyer is French, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people say foyer. They just they anglicize it.
Anglicize it.
Yeah.
Good times.
This has been
Good times.
English lessons with
Indeed.
Radical.
Ooh, the other day, my favorite thing ever is like, um, people who speak English as a second language, and they almost get the English grammar right.
Oh, are you talking about that Reddit thread? Because I saw that too.
No,
Oh.
I had an experience the other day where my Uber driver, I got in the car and he said, "How is going your today?"
Oh.
And I thought that was
Yes,
so wonderful.
that is. That's great.
Oh, I
Close enough.
love that kind of thing. I also one time had an Uber driver ask me, because it was raining, and he asked me, "What is the word for when the rain makes little lakes in the road?"
Oh,
Puddles.
puddles.
So cute, right? Little
It
lakes in the road.
is.
I
Little
love it.
lakes. I like that.
Yep, me too.
I'd be
So cute.
confused if he asked me that because that didn't come to mind because the puddle is the result of the rain. It's not the rain making it.
Yeah, what do you call when the rain makes little lakes in the road?
The little lakes are puddles, but
Yeah,
my overthinking mind was like, oh man, is there like a German word for the phenomenon of rain making little
right.
puddles? Like,
Yeah,
is
of
there
course, I'm sure there is.
some kind of very specific word that we don't have?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's cute.
Yeah. How is going your today? So
I
cute.
love like languages and
Yeah.
like,
What was the Reddit thread you saw?
oh geez, it was on the English. I think it's just called English,
Oh, I've never looked at that sub.
and it's all a bunch of people just asking. Yeah, it's English in all caps, and it's a bunch of people asking like second language questions about English.
Oh, I love
I
that.
know. You should subscribe. I'm
I'm
always
gonna
on it.
look.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm looking right now.
it's great.
Oh, this one. How do you call those in English? I love that phrasing.
Yes, that's a very
How
good
do you call?
giveaway. How do you call
Yeah.
those? Giveaway that someone is a second English as
I
second
love it.
language.
I think it's so sweet.
I know. Me too.
Oh, that's
Be
fun.
like, let me help you sound like a native, my friend. You can learn to
Uh,
speak like shit like the rest of us.
what was this whole BookTok Trump connection? Well, the article
Yeah.
talked about conservative mega BookTok people being like upset and concerned that they were being like essentially canceled on
I'm
BookTok
being oppressed.
because of their bad political opinions. But it didn't really go into it that much. I thought it might go deeper, but it didn't. It was just mostly them complaining and whining about being canceled.
Yeah. Yeah. It did not really go very deep.
No. Oh well, you can't win them all. Some of
No.
them are hit or miss, but yeah. Let's see here. What you're taking a long weekend this week?
Yes. Thursday's my
Friday.
Friday.
Ooh, Friday and Monday.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do anything?
Only go out for Thai food on Friday.
Ooh,
Other than that, I don't have anything planned.
very nice. Just taking it easy.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Yeah. Staycation's the best kind of
Mm-hmm.
vacation.
Yeah, I agree. Good. Yeah, I have no plans for the rest of my week. Whoops. I'm doing nothing.
Nice.
Just working. Womp womp. Oh well. Um so yeah, I guess oops, there's my take your
Oh, there it
medication
is.
alarm.
That's also the stream is winding down alarm.
Exactly. Yeah, what's Friday? Probably we will stream on Friday. I think we've been doing Tuesdays and Fridays typically.
Hmm. I
So,
may not be
oh, that's fine.
available, but yeah.
Yeah, do your plans, whatever they may be.
Yeah.
But in general, probably we'll stream on Friday. Topic yet to be decided. Maybe I'll put up a poll. Um, any other housekeeping? No,
Hmm.
got nothing. I got nothing today.
Yeah. Well, guess that's good.
Um, yeah, well, thanks for joining me, EG.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Always. Thanks, chat, for being so awesome and nice and wonderful and smart. Very
Yes.
much appreciative of all of the comments and insight and knowledge you all share. Okay, yeah. Gonna
All
wrap
right.
up. I'm gonna have a snack.
Yeah.
And I cleaned the kitchen when I got home from work, so
Oh,
that's
that's
usually
a
my
change up.
my post-stream activity, but not today.
No. What do you get? What are you lost? Like, what are you gonna do?
I know. I don't know.
What do I do?
I don't know. Figure something out, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll say goodbye and everyone have a great evening, morning, day, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.